Guys, it's time. 15 seconds. Surely. I don't want to cover the UI, so I'll just be up here, bottom right corner. Surely, Blizzard, after flying out 20 to 40-ish people to their event, has some hype stuff going on. USA/Canada. Wow, it's a lot of disclaimers.
Initiating boosters in 3, 2, 1. Game on! Welcome to orbit! I'm on to you!
Hello, Venture.
The Avatar.
I have goosebumps.
Holy! The glorious hunt of the Falcons finally comes to an end. The 2024 World Champion. No more Overwatch 2.
Yeah, that one was good.
You should try my meatballs.
Guys. Why did you put the loot box there? Come on, okay, guys.
Welcome to the Overwatch 2 Spotlight. We've always strived to be the best competitive, team-based hero shooter. This past year alone, we made huge updates to our competitive systems, including matchmaking, balance updates, role queue times, and new features, all in service of constantly improving and evolving this game. To continue in that goal, we aim to innovate by creating new experiences for the more than 100 million players that have joined us since we launched in 2016. New experiences, new metas, new modes, new events, new heroes, just new ways to have fun. And 2025 is going to be another big year for us.
Oh, really?
Not only are we expanding this brilliant global community with a return to China in season 15.
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
The overall key focus
that.
for us this year is how we can evolve what it means to play an Overwatch game. There's so many things coming to Overwatch 2 this year that we can't even fit it all into this spotlight. So, over the next 30 to 40 minutes, we're really excited to show you many of the things, but definitely not all, that we are planning for the first half of this year. First up, the biggest change since Overwatch launched, your favorite heroes are about to get a whole lot more heroic with perks. Perks are here to completely redefine your strategy and how you play your favorite heroes. Think of them as hero-specific bonuses that level up your gameplay and not just your hero. This means you can customize how you play in a match like never before. It's like giving your favorite heroes a little extra oomph. Overwatch 2 is about to evolve in a way you've never seen before. After that, we'll go into how we're starting the 2025 competitive year with a full reset and new competitive rewards.
The old recycled PV content that they didn't end up using, right?
When season 15 launches. We will also showcase some new mythic skins, game modes, and of course, upcoming heroes. Plus, some improvements to how you are rewarded for your playtime, including the return of a system from Overwatch 1 that we've received a ton of requests for. So, keep that feedback coming. We'll also share what's going on with esports, including how it's expanding with the reintroduction of Overwatch into China. Of course, some info on Overwatch Classic, as well as 6v6, and hopefully a few surprises mixed in as well. We know what this universe means to all of you, and our team is driven by the idea of working together with all of you in this wonderful community. Developing the best...
Internet? Hello? Is it me?
version of this universe for years and years to
Weird.
come is what truly matters. We're so thankful that you are all on this journey with us. And there's so much to tell you about that you're gonna want to stick around.
I mean, I am interested.
Glory of battle, the competition, determination, and the boom! What a shot! Again! Finally, a worthy title! From the ashes, rise again! It is not about standing atop the mountain.
Poor
It is
Genji.
the climb. Ah, yes, I too own one of these weapons. It is
Newer
just
weapons.
not with me right now.
They're purple.
To battle! How could you not win with such an attack?
Jet dash grants fuel usage.
Shows them you are superior and bang! My armored fingers are crossed. Yes! Just what
Okay.
I had hoped for. The spoils of victory continue. Memories.
Overwatch Classic Codes meta, please. Oh no. they are going through every meta, so it makes sense. It's funny though.
Energy flows through me. A warrior's greatest weapon is patience. Be present
I mean-
in the moment.
It's difficult to get excited so far for content that feels like it's just. I need to see like a new vision for the game. I don't know, like a direction. I don't know what to describe it yet. It's not getting me super excited yet. That's all.
To win is great. To win in style is even greater. Such a masterful display. Play it again. I will rewatch this one a few more times.
Instant replay system, huh? Man, it's really difficult to get excited for perks.
Something big. Introducing perks.
It is
This
cool,
the
but only
most
in the context of
significant
PvE, it
innovation
feels a
to
little
core
bit depressing.
gameplay Since Overwatch launched
But I'm
in
trying my best to look at it
2016.
independently of
This
the
is
things it
more
came
than
from.
just an update. It's a radical shift in how you experience gameplay. Perks are upgrades to your hero's kit that unlock during the game. They
Javelin spin
provide an
replaced with a
additional
barrier
strategic layer,
can now be charged,
allowing you
increase
to alter
knockback.
your playstyle and adapt to situations. Throughout the match, you'll level up your hero 2 times, unlocking 1 minor
up.
perk and 1 major perk. The first time you level up, you'll get a choice between 2 minor perks. We positioned minor perks as lighter upgrades. They're like a little boost to warm
Give
you up.
armor
From
to
cooldown
allies!
reductions to small passives
I saw
that
it.
keep things balanced but exciting. Once you hit your major perk level, you'll get to choose between 2 powerful upgrades. But you fine-tune your playstyle for the rest of the match. Major perks are gameplay shifting additions to your hero's kit,
Damn.
changing your core loop and redefining what your hero is capable of. Let's look at an example now with Orisa. When you level up Orisa to level 2,
How do you
your
level up?
minor perk choice will be between heat reduction on your primary fire or the ability to briefly tank burst damage with Fortify. Are you facing down a Junkrat and want to be able to survive his tire? The upgrade to Fortify might be a great choice. The fun really gets going when you get to your major perk at level 3 though. Here, Orisa gets the choice between a higher impact energy javelin or swapping out her javelin spin
for a protective barrier. Here's another example of what you can expect with major perks with Torbjorn. For Torb's major perk options, you get to choose between 2 wild upgrades for your turret. The first perk option is allowing you to upgrade your turret to level 3 when activating Overload, drastically shifting your turret's threat level as it rips through enemies. The second perk option is if you're feeling a little cheeky, upgrading your turret to now stick on walls.
How does that
With
even
this
compete?
added flexibility, Torbjorn can take different angles and even surprise
A lot of
opponents
this feels
with
like
sneaky
old
turret
Overwatch
placement.
1 abilities.
Finally,
It's
let's round
really
it out with
hard to get.
Ana.
I mean, it is
Ana's
cool. Don't
first
get me
major
wrong,
perk
but
choice upgrades her sharpshooting capabilities, allowing her to headshot enemies.
Oh
Be
my
careful,
God.
Widowmaker. You might lose
that's
this
actually so obnoxious.
if you're
Oh
playing
no!
Ana and having a hard
Oh,
time getting dove on, you might want Ana's second major perk option. Give yourself Nano Boost when it's activated on an ally.
Wait.
Now that's a way to turn a fight.
Okay.
When designing perks, we wanted to
DPS.
expand
I
and
actually like that,
elevate
dude.
what
Wait
your
a second.
heroes are
DPS
capable
Ana
of.
goes
We were
crazy.
looking for a system that we could layer on top of your normal Overwatch gameplay and offer choice from match to match. We plan on adjusting perks on a regular cadence with bigger system refreshes happening in the middle of the year.
Yeah, so they'll probably balance
Every
them and treat them like
choice
normal stuff.
you make with perks will impact the battlefield, offering new opportunities to outplay enemies and support your team. You'll get to experience the next era of Overwatch 2 when Season 15 launches.
It's cool. It's difficult though when so
It's
much of it
awesome
felt
to see the
that they
passion and
showed off
dedication this
felt
community brings
recycled.
to the game every day. Honestly,
But the Ana ones were
it's what
cool.
keeps us
Maybe
hyped to
annoying,
bring
but
you
cool.
more. Today, we're so happy to share some exciting new features when the 2025 competitive year begins during Season 15, a season that will shake things up by making the game more strategic and further improving our competitive systems.
Show me,
Last
Gavin.
year during Season 9,
Come
we
on,
introduced
Gavin.
a major rework to our
Give me the good
competitive
shit,
system,
Gavin.
as well as the addition of new hero passives that refresh the core gameplay of Overwatch. As we enter the first season of 2025, this is the perfect chance for the team to shake things up once again. For such a big season,
Fans?
it just feels logical to start with a big bang, our galactic weapons.
Ah,
In response
stop
to your
it!
feedback about
God
competitive
damn it,
rewards,
they got
we
me!
worked hard to
Oh,
make this
I
year's
thought he was
weapon
gonna announce
variant
hero
out of this
bands.
world. We developed new tech
Stop!
for applying this type
No!
of complex material to weapons. We want you to feel like you have the power of the stars in the
God
palm of
damn
your
it,
hands.
guys.
And hey, we're also making climbing the ladder even more charming.
Oh, really?
At Platinum and above, you'll now get exclusive weapon charms alongside the existing titles. We'll start tracking your
Well,
rank
that's
for this
cool.
during Season 15 and hand out these rewards for the first time in Season 16. Now you'll be flexing your rank in any mode by rocking these battle-ready cosmetics with pride. We're also excited to report that we're bringing rank icons back to the hero portraits while you're in competitive play. We'd like to do more of this sort of thing in the future, but for now, this will give players that want to show off their skill by sharing their gameplay an easier way to do that. Now, Season 15's rank reset. We've tuned our
All of
ranks
this is
again,
cool,
and we're confident you
but
can
it's
reach new
weird that
heights
it's
show off your true
prominently
skill,
displayed
whether
as a
you've
big
been away
announcement.
for a while, or you've been grinding up until the last minute.
It's
in
cool,
some
but not like a
questionable
huge thing.
end-of-season matches. Most importantly, we think these soft resets work best when we're introducing big new features that change what it means to be skilled at the game. I'm happy to announce that hero bands are officially coming to the game. We know you've been asking for this feature, and we're looking forward to building our take on it. Don't worry, no pools or cats and pools are involved. We want a system that punches up at the strong or frustrating heroes without punching down at weaker niche picks.
It has been
We also
6.5
want a system that's
years
very
since I went to
fast,
Blizzard
that
and
gives you nuanced control over outcomes.
We
and that we
argued
can tweak
this.
based on your feedback.
we won.
As you've
It
seen,
just took so many
we're
years.
building a lot of new features.
We're
And speaking
back.
of buildings, what if you had more control over which of our buildings you spend your time in? We're happy to announce that map voting will be coming to the game after hero bans.
Map voting. Ooh.
Both hero bans and map voting are exclusive to competitive play. One of the other changes I'm particularly excited about is a quality of life update I've wanted to build since my first day on the job. When I joined the team, I was challenged to list the top 10 things I wanted to work on. Back then, we chose the ping system from that list, but
Oh,
today
yeah,
we're
ping.
building my number one, and that's improved hero information. In a game
Oh,
about
thank
mastery
you.
like
This is
ours,
actually
equipping
good.
players
I
with
like
the
this.
knowledge they need to improve is
I
one of
like
the
this.
most
This is
useful
like a small
services we
thing,
can
but I
provide
like
to
it.
developers. That's why we're adding detailed stats to the hero information screen that show damage, cooldowns,
I love
ranges,
this. Okay.
and perks.
Is it like a
Of
big
course,
thing? No, but is it
Season
really,
15
really,
isn't just
really
about
nice?
competitive
Yes.
cosmetic updates. We're also tweaking stuff behind the scenes, think shop bundles and better ways to snag those jaw-dropping cosmetics. Season 15 is the return of loot boxes. You heard that right. Loot boxes are making a comeback. We're keeping it fun while being transparent about what's inside and the rate of various drops from opening each box. Oh, and guess what? They'll be available in the free track of the Battle Pass. And of course, they'll also be in the weekly rewards where you can get loot boxes for just playing. There are plenty of ways to earn them. We're really excited for the changes we've made in bringing these back, and hope you are too.
They're just gonna be shit now. Because they can't let you get too much good stuff because the game's monetization is built on skins now.
Speak about what you can expect.
So it's gotta be really
one of the biggest ways the team has been
tweaked.
exploring new ways
You know
to
what I
play
mean?
Overwatch 2 is through 6v6 tests. This is something players have been asking about since we launched Overwatch 2 with 5v5, and Aaron has written a few extensive blogs on why the team made this switch. Things like pick rates, tank queue times, match stalemates, matches going on too long, sometimes made Overwatch feel like more of a slog than the fun it should have been. We want to find the absolute best way to make 6v6 with those concerns in mind. These limited time events are our way to really test how 6v6 in Overwatch 2 could work in the most fun, compelling ways possible when trying to address the various issues it used to face. This was a really great experiment for us, and we thank everyone that took part, jumped into the matches, and shared your feedback. We're still sifting through all of the in-game data, along with the mountain of feedback the team received across social media, forums, emails, and carrier pigeons. So look for an update on some key learnings in the coming weeks. Moving forward, we're going to be doing more of these, and in Season 15, we're pleased to announce 6v6 is getting its own competitive queue. This will be an open queue, but with a max of 2 tanks per team. Not all of our
Open
events
queue?
are just
2
purely to
tanks only?
experiment and to try and test out new features. We're also running events because, let's be honest, they're simply fun. Obviously, we have to bring back the modes and events that everyone loves. In addition to the current return of Lunar New Year, we're bringing back April Fools. You'll hit the beach in Summer Games, and of course, face the horrors of Dr. Junkenstein this Halloween. Outside of those annual events, one of the most fun limited time modes we've worked on in a while has to be Overwatch Classic. This was a labor of love for those of us who have been immersed in this universe for almost 10 years. We started in November with the Overwatch 1 launch day patch. 21 heroes, original abilities, no hero limits or role locks. Then in January, we rolled out with the September 2017 Moth meta patch, introducing the original versions of Ana, Sombra, Orisa, and Doomfist. But you can't do Overwatch Classic without the most notorious of Overwatch 1 periods. So coming in Season 15, we are bringing you Overwatch Classic GOATs. This was a ridiculously glorious time to play.
No, it wasn't!
3 tanks and 3
No, it
supports
was not,
dominating
actually!
one. These won't be matches you'll go into thinking the key headshot or flanking play will make a difference. GOATs meta is a head-to-head battle, testing which team can be the most thoughtful and strategic in setting up the best combination of plays.
It is not thoughtful. Okay, it is actually in the mirror.
Dual ults.
But how it actually worked is that the first team that would swap just auto one until the other team swapped.
Be the GOAT.
God damn it. A lot of... Show me the heroes. I'm ready.
We introduce an exciting new hero to our lineup. Meet Freya. Codenamed Windasher, she's the latest addition to Overwatch's roster, poised to help you elevate your game. Freya hails from the land
Reminds me of
Denmark, where the
Cassie
winters
from
are cold,
Paladins.
and apparently the bounty hunters are even colder. Freya was once Overwatch's most renowned search and rescue operative, dedicated to saving lives. But when Overwatch disbanded, she put her skills towards a new purpose, bounty hunting. Now she'll hunt down any target for the right price. Freya is a hero with a unique arsenal at her fingertips. Armed with an explosive crossbow and a cape that gives her serious airtime, Freya doesn't play by the rules. We think you'll love the new dynamic she brings to Overwatch. Whether you're the type to strategize, hit the ground running, or hover above it, she's got something for everyone. Test your foes with her explosive flare, or wrap them up like a gift with her bola. And if someone tries to flee, well, as Freya says, run or hide, it won't matter in the end. Freya's kit doesn't just aim to control the battlefield, it aims to own it. Unload a flurry of rapid-fire bolts with her Rev Draw crossbow to keep the pressure on your enemies. Slow it down with Take Aim to line up the perfect shot and fire a high-speed, explosive bolt that will turn your targets into fireworks. Quick dash in any direction to reload your explosive bolt and leave your enemies in the dust. Launch yourself sky high with an updraft of wind and catch those rooftop campers or get a bird's eye view before you strike. And finally, snag an enemy with a bola shot. Wrap them up and pull in their unlucky teammates for the ultimate combo play.
Is that
For
just
those
like a
of you who
Zarya
love
grab
challenge,
kind of thing?
Freya is going to test your skills like never before. Recognized internally as being one of the highest skill heroes in the game, Freya's kit demands precision and a steady, long-range aim. Whether you want to dominate the battlefield or just float on the breeze, she's going to be the right bounty hunter to hire. Now that we've shown you Freya, you probably want to know who the Season 18 hero will be. I think it's fitting to give you a sneak peek at Hero 44. Codenamed Aqua, this Chinese water wielder has one of the most unique ability sets that we have ever developed. You'll learn more about him later this year. And before then, get ready for the Freya Hero Trial coming later in Season 15.
Later this year, huh?
Keep following the Overwatch 2 team on social media and our website. We'll release more hero comics and continue to share regular updates on balance changes for all of your favorite heroes.
Oh no, Hawkeye concept. Guys, all the characters
Season
have to be
16
hot
is
now.
launching in April
We're
and is going
competing
to
with
be
Marvel Rivals.
another
We need
massive
skins
season.
with
In
ass.
addition to a new
It's the
hero,
only way, guys.
theme, and some fun events, we have something extra special that has been in the works for a long time.
He's about to reveal it right now.
Welcome to Stadium, the ultimate battleground for strategy, teamwork, and hero evolution. Stadium is the biggest game mode we've made since Overwatch 1 was first released in 2016.
New game mode.
TLDR, this mode is awesome. It's Overwatch gameplay like you've never seen before. Fast-paced rounds, nail-biting 5v5 matches, and a best-of-7 system designed to push every player's limits. This is the arena where you don't just outplay the enemy, you outthink and outbuild them too.
Huh?
Here's the twist. Mods. Each round, you'll earn coins based on how you and your team perform. Use these to unlock and customize abilities for your hero.
Okay.
Choose from mods that boost survivability, like extra armor, amplify attacks with shorter cooldowns, or even add game-changing abilities. Stadium is packed with transformative powers and strategic encounters that enhance the hero fantasy.
Now this is cool.
Well beyond anything we've released.
Remind me of Deadlock
This
a little bit.
also includes the option to choose how you play in either a first-person or an entirely new
guys,
third-person perspective.
you literally just
from
went
which
down
to
the
see
Deadlock train.
more
You
of the
even made it a
battlefield
third person. Come
and your
on, come on.
modifications in action.
Guys. Deadlock mod in Overwatch.
To
Okay,
go
I'm
into
excited.
detail
Why
and
not?
really
Why not?
showcase
I'll
what
take it.
Stadium is all about.
Or Rivals.
I'm
Yeah, you guys say
thrilled to
Rivals, but
introduce
it's the
Dylan
purchasing of
Snyder
abilities,
and of
right?
course, the one and only Dion Rogers.
What's up, Aaron?
Thank you so much, Aaron. Wow, this is crazy.
Can you believe we're in Watch Point Gibraltar?
Yes, let's talk strategy. Picture this,
Oh,
Reaper
God
flying,
damn it.
like literally flying, I'm serious, through the air to take down a pesky diva, or Mercy enchanting a teammate to auto-res on death. The choice is totally yours, so build wisely. What works as an edge in one
that
round
type of gameplay
might
to
be the
me
difference maker
is
in the
like
next.
actually
You'll be
cool.
upgrading your hero until they're so powerful that Aaron has no choice but to make you the game director. You become a walking fortress by going all in on armor, or roast your enemy shields faster and more mercilessly than Dion roasts me every day for not knowing anything about obscure 1970s jazz.
Unlucky.
Because why not?
And visually, we've revamped everything from the ground up, creating a
Whoa,
new
there's a
user
lot.
experience layout to make navigating your mods simple and fun. The fresh layout and intuitive icons transform strategy into art, giving you the arsenal to power up your hero as you progress through intense matches. Incorporating an intricate mod system,
I can't help but feel like these are all like item affixes they yoinked from PV items. They're just putting into its own mod, like system and everything else. This actually looks really cool though. Like I'm actually down for this mode.
As the match heats up, you'll unlock access to more expensive and oh so satisfying mods that pack a serious punch, turning the tide in your favor. Each power-up is complemented by incredible visual effects, dynamically interacting with your actions to maximize the awesome feel of impact and intensity. You'll have complete control of your currency, so how and when you spend
similar to Paladins or Deadlock. Yeah.
It's all about crafting the best version of your hero at the right moment.
In addition to mods you can buy, you'll also unlock even more powerful traits that won't cost you anything. Traits are meant to be defining aspects of your play expression, so we're making sure that they feel appropriately transformative. You may remember us teasing
of
some of these
everything
in
they've
events like
talked about
Trials of
today,
Sanctuary
all
or
of this is
Junkenstein's
the
Laboratory.
actually exciting stuff.
As Reinhardt, you can focus on improving
This
your
is kind of sick. Like, this is like, as somebody who hasn't played in a long time, I would log on for this.
76,
everything else is kind of like, oh, that's cool, but this is actually cool.
By increasing its range,
I'm surprised they didn't lead with this.
And buffing the attack speed of allies that stand in its radius. Or as Kiriko, embrace your true nature as a dive DPS by improving your health.
But it seems like it's just like a fun, silly side mode, so I guess that's why, huh?
With 7 rounds, Stadium features a variety of maps and game modes. There will be a mix of modified versions of existing maps, such as a quicker Hanaoka Clash round, as well as new push maps with final artwork to be unveiled in the coming months.
Stadium launches in Season 16, and we see it as more than just a new mode. It's a long-term evolution. Each season will bring updates, new heroes, and possibly even alternate modes, like Payload Race or
So is that in, what, 3 or 4 months?
While this mode is already big, it's just the beginning of empowering you to build the best hero you can.
We'll be keeping a close eye on
Because that's not next season, right? That's the one after, or because it's season 14 now, or?
Evolve this mode into the biggest and best it could be.
We're planning to kick things off with 14 core heroes, carefully selected to ensure balance and competitive play, with more heroes being regularly added over time, which will allow you to keep working each season on what is the best hero build to help you win.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to get all that at once, actually, to do every character simultaneously.
And features regularly added over time, keeping things fresh and competitive.
Stay tuned as we reveal more details in the coming months.
So are they implying there's a ranked
Stadium
mode for that
isn't just
mode?
A new way to play. It's a new
Because
way
that
to
actually
dominate.
looks kind of sick.
Get ready to strategize, customize, and rise. Season 16 is just around the corner. See you there.
See you there.
Cosmetics. But yeah, I said it earlier.
We have some stunning
It's loot box
cosmetics
time,
lined up,
right?
And I'm thrilled to brag about my team's hard work.
Or is
Earlier
it
today,
just skin
you saw
time?
a brief glimpse of Season 15, but let's dive a bit deeper. Our Season 15 Mythic skin is for Zenyatta. Zenyatta will have heavenly visual effects and sound effects to complement his godly ascension. Our concept artist jumped on this one. She was really inspired by the Golden Dragon Pichu, and the team rallied to make sure that we brought her vision to life in a way that felt specific and authentic. Our 5th Mythic weapon is for Widowmaker, coming out at Season 15 mid-cycle. We wanted something that truly embodied Widowmaker's hero fantasy, and our concept artist took that literally. I don't have favorites, but if I did, the theme for our
Surely,
Season
but
16
if I
Mythics
did.
is very near and dear to my heart. The team has been waiting forever to put our spin on the beloved Maho Shoujo genre. I'm so excited to introduce Doki Watch, which pits the heroes of heart against the hollow hearts. Doki Watch retains core elements of the magical girl aesthetic and blends them with the sleek technology of Overwatch. Our heroes' Magitech weapons are empowered by their animal familiars to fight against the hollow hearts and their looming threat of woe. Tiny sharks, a fox, a cat, and even mischievous bunnies are ready to fight by your side. They're cute, they're fierce, and they'll make your heart doki doki. When it was time to
Chad,
pick the
they're about
leader
to
of the
print so
Heroes of
much
Heart,
money.
The choice
It's
was
happening.
obvious. Mars's favorite daughter gets a splash of pink in her
It's
mythic
not for
skin.
me, but
Juno's radiance
there's
spreads
an
hope
audience
wherever
for
she
this,
goes,
chat.
making her extremely powerful in the fight against
The
woe.
Genshin Gacha
Her skin
audience right
features her
now
magical
is
shark
like
companions,
freaking
Deimos and
out.
Phobos, named for the moons
It's not
of
me,
Mars.
but I know they
Personally,
exist.
I'm partial to the pastel yellow Doki princess, but villain enthusiasts will love her corrupted evil look too. But don't worry, Mercy Mains, I've got you covered. She's getting the Season 16 Mythic weapon. At mid-season, the ridiculously cute Elios joins the fight. I'm not going to say much, because I think the concept really speaks for itself. He's just a little guy. Since
Just a
Overwatch 2
little
was
guy.
released, players have been asking for a Mythic for this hero. She's a little bit of extra work for my team specifically, but it was time to make it happen. Our Season 17 Mythic skin is for Diva. We hope she lives up to your expectations. For her Mythic, Diva will take on the spiritual aura of South Korea's national animal, the Siberian tiger. She'll have customizable hairstyles on the pilot, as well as a pink and an Empire Red colorway, so you can style her however you want.
Actually sick.
Season 17 will also feature Reaper's mythic weapon, designed to capture the allure of corruption. We asked our concept artist to make something edgy, and he really did deliver. With distinct weapons for each hand, they reflect Reaper's duality, his descent from beloved Overwatch commander to feared talent agent. Oh, and one last thing. While we aren't quite ready to reveal them yet, Throughout the upcoming year, we have some very exciting collaborations. But there's one coming in
I
season
can't talk about it
15
yet.
that me and my girlies can give a slight reveal to.
Hello, we are the Surfing. We're so excited to announce our second collaboration with Overwatch 2. Woo!
Guys, are they farming money or are they farming money? I don't know what's happening right now. Someone educate me.
We can't wait to reveal all the details, so stay tuned for more information. See you over in game soon. Bye!
They're farming? I guess if they do 2 collabs, you know they're farming.
Hi gamers, this is Bailey from the Overwatch esports team. Something new is always coming to Overwatch, and Overwatch esports is no different. We've tweaked our competitive formats a bit to provide you all the things that you actually care about. More things to play in, more matches to watch, more coverage of your favorite players, drops to earn, and some awesome dynamic gameplay through the addition of hero bands, which we've never done before. We just wrapped up our inaugural 2024 season at DreamHack Stockholm this November, where Team Falcons from OWCS Korea took home the win. We're really excited for the future of OWCS to provide the most accessible competitive environment that we have ever had. Want to know, though, how the OWCS is getting even better in 2025? We're going from 2 to 3 stages and live events, bringing you 3 events across the world to even more players. We're doubling the gameplay that we're providing and the number of broadcasts. We're introducing Faceit leaks to our ecosystem and integrating it directly into OWCS, making it easier to follow and providing more chances to compete and have some fun with your friends. Additionally, we're adding a new tournament phase to the competition through a promotion relegation tournament, allowing more chances
Overwatch
to
esports is such a complicated like feeling for me, chat.
On top of that,
it's
we're
so weird because I know
introducing the
Overwatch
Team
League
Partner
is
program, bringing
gone,
some iconic
and I just
esports brands
it's just hard to
to
carry anymore.
OWCS across our different regions. We'll be supporting a bunch of in-game items that you can purchase so you can rep your favorite team, and the proceeds go directly to support those teams and players. This year, we are also welcoming a few new regions to OWCS. We know how incredibly passionate our players in China and Australia are for esports. With the return of Overwatch 2 to China, we're excited to welcome those players to the OWCS with their own dedicated region to compete in. And our players in Australia are going to be joining the Pacific sub-region in OWCS Asia. We've introduced rank-based divisions to Faceit and calling out heroes that just make matches more fair, competitive, and fun. The OWCS 2025 season is kicking off right now. Head to our channels or website to find the schedule so that you don't miss a single match. Then you can tune in to earn some awesome viewership rewards, cheer on your favorite players and teams, or learn a thing or two about your favorite hero. We hope to see you there.
Is that the total spotlight?
Getting to be a part of this amazing team of brilliant developers, artists, engineers, and more, as we've evolved Overwatch together with all of you, has been one of the highlights of my career. We are so excited about all that has been shown today, but we didn't even touch on so many more great updates coming your way. Throughout the rest of this year, we are going to roll out numerous quality of life changes, such as map voting, and as Gavin mentioned, hero bans. We also didn't even touch on what is one of the most impactful changes coming later this year, more map reworks. There will be reworks of both original Flashpoint maps, Suravasa, and New Junk City. We also are working on major reworks to another batch of classic maps, so you have to stay tuned as we share those details. And that's not even all for maps. The new Atlantic Arcology map is also coming to the game, and a new Tokyo map. We have so much planned to share with you throughout the year. More details, more content, more ways to experience Overwatch.
When is season
It is
19?
our goal to keep exploring and delivering
Right now, season 14.
new fun ways to
Is
play
that in like a
Overwatch
year?
than we've ever done before. I cannot wait to show you what this team has been working on. Thank you for the hours and hours of dedication you all give to this game. We are thrilled to keep working with you through feedback and engagement on growing what we do to improve Overwatch 2. I hope you all have a fantastic time when these changes start rolling out in just a few weeks with Season 15. Now let's go make a great game.
All right, so let's sum it up. We got levels where you have perks in the base game. We have loot boxes are back, which are very likely to be horrible versions of the original loot boxes, because now if it was as good as the old ones, it would directly conflict with the current monetization model. But we do have two big ones that is actually I'm kind of excited about. One is hero bans. We have pushed, like, people don't know the full history because a lot of it was private. Behind the scenes, players in the competitive scene have been pushing for hero bans since like 2018. Like, it has been constant, please add hero bans, please, like nonstop. It has never stopped. Even when I wasn't playing, other people were doing it. Tivik is in chat. I tried pushing for hero bans since 2016. It actually goes before 2018, says ZP also, yeah. Well, back then I remember we had map bans, and so they removed map bans and they kind of dropped the hammer on us for that one. But yeah, there was Jake kind of took up the reign a little bit in the public eye of hero bans. Behind the scenes, I did a lot of stuff to try and like push for it as much as I could. I really tried. But the developers, you know, at one point they added hero pools, which was their own version of hero bans that not a lot of people enjoyed. Now we have what they call hero bans, and Gavin specifically said, like, it's not pools, there's no cats, blah, blah, blah. He's like, he's trying to specifically say, like, yeah, guys, it's not going to be pools. But he did say, like, they are going to make hero bans. The difficult part when it comes to Blizzard typically is they really like putting their own twist on stuff. So by that, what I mean is, you know, they don't want to do what everyone else is doing. They want to have their own take on things that they think is better, blah, 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 which is usually okay. Sometimes they mess it up, but I think it's going to be interesting. I'm just happy in one way or another, they are actually adding hero bans, because hero bans really are just, I think, probably the single most impactful and important thing that Marvel Rivals has over Overwatch for people who actually play ranked a lot or just care in general. That game is basically held together by that one mechanic, like entirely. Otherwise, it would have just very quickly become like, yes, this season we play Storm Wolverine, you know, and it would get very old and very kind of dry. But when it comes for, you know, Overwatch has had that problem for a long time. I think everybody has seen like, you know, yes, this is the double shield meta, or like, you know, this is the, you know, we have to play this comp. Oh, you don't have a Widowmaker on like Havana. Have fun, guys. The enemy team has a Widow and you don't, you know, or like, yes, we're in Moth meta, where actually Moth meta was actually much better than others. Because at least in that meta, yeah, both teams needed a Mercy. But, you know, that was actually okay. It was actually very flexible outside of that. Imagine if you could have banned Brigida back in 2018. Yeah, exactly. Like, what if we could have just banned Brigida 2018, 2019, right? There's so many, really, Overwatch's metas over the years have been almost exclusively dictated by the one super overpowered character. And Overwatch 2 in particular, because there's only one tank, it's normally, I would say, probably dictated the most by tank balance in a lot of cases. So it just kind of, it's hard for me to get excited for this stuff, though, when you could have done this many years ago, but you didn't have like a good vision for the game. And so now they only implement it after another competitor comes out when they add it. So I'm happy they finally added it, but I'm still annoyed that it took them like 5 years to do it. They've done this before. It did not end well. That was hero pools, chatter. That's not the same. So hero pools, for those who don't remember, that was, okay, this week we ban all hit scan characters in the game. This week is Pharaoh week, right? And it's like, well, of course no one finds that fun, because that's a developer like forcing a meta on you. You want to be able to see the overpowered meta, ban it, and then hopefully open up more options. That's usually how bans work out. I don't know how it's going to work out in Overwatch, but at least they're trying. They never had competition, so they never had to get creative. But also, I also find it funny, by the way, that they open with purple weapons. It's on the screen right now. Dude, I was just like, okay, guys, what's going on here? They started opening with all the skins and stuff like that. I guess, you know, perhaps the average player gets really excited about the skins. I don't know. But I got to say, of everything they've announced today, the stadium game mode, which kind of looked like a very rough version of
that thing. Real talk, Mr. Streamer. How much of this do you think was a knee-jerk reaction to Marvel Rivals competition?
A lot.
I took some spark notes.
I think a lot.
Loot boxes back, hero bans, third-person game mode, magical girl skins, characters objectively hotter, new game modes in general, reincorporating of PvE elements into perks, new Periko and Juno skins. Maybe I'm being cynical, but I feel they would not have been motivated to do any of this without competition.
Not wrong. I actually think you're not not entirely wrong either. You remember all the people, I think all the people who fly out there right now are sponsored. So I'm not sure, what exactly other people are going to say. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is very clearly like, why suddenly do we have hero bands? Well, Marvel Rivals added it and it's one of the best features. So now we're finally going to put it in our game. The loot boxes are back. That's kind of, that seems to me more of like I can't get excited for it because we all know that there's no way they're going to be as rewarding as they used to be. Like, it's just kind of like nostalgia, right? It's just nostalgia. Did they explain how their hero bands will work? They haven't, and that's a big question, but that's whatever. I still think, okay, talking about hero bands and this and that, whatever. I think the thing I'm most excited about, though, in particular, is a stadium mode. Like, that is actually, when I think of Overwatch 2, that kind of looks like actual Overwatch 2. But it's something new. Yeah, it's like Deadlock plus Overwatch, but not like Deadlock is in like laning and MOBAs, but rather it's so difficult because really their dev time gets split in so many directions. Stop glazing. What are you doing? The glazing, bro. Most of this stuff I didn't find that interesting. The only thing I thought was interesting was hero bands and stadium game mode. Those are the only two things I find good. It's not like I'm glazing Overwatch. I'm just trying to say that, like, it is what it is.
To push every player's limits. This is the customize ability.
This is just Paladins plus Deadlock in a way, right? As somebody who enjoyed Deadlock, this mode is cool. But the problem is they're going to be split across so many developer times here. Like, we have devs working. Oh, wait, Apply literally is saying it in chat. They have their hand in everything. They never focus on one thing. I'm not hopeful for Stadium to keep updating. Yeah, I agree with that. We have developers. If you think about all the stuff they're working on, right? They're working on all these game modes. They just added like this is kind of like a side mode to the game. And then also we have like some perks that are added into the main game. And then we have like 6v6 comp. So if you think about the developer side, they have Overwatch Classic. They have 6v6 comp. They're trying to like bring back 6v6 in its own mode, but that requires different balance than 5v5. Then we have perks and rebalancing perks in the main category. And now we have like a Deadlock mode. There's like so many things going on simultaneously that I also find it hard to believe that this, like, I think this mode is cool, but it almost feels like they don't have like a coherent vision exactly on what Overwatch is supposed to be, because to them, Overwatch is supposed to be a lot of things. And so they're going to add this in, and it's probably going to have a lot of potential, but I'm going to be really, really skeptical if they can actually execute and make it good. The trailer is very much a random shit go. Yeah, yeah. It's like they just have so much stuff going on. And so what I was really hoping for from today's announcement was like, hey, we know that we've dropped the ball over the years. We have Marvel Rivals competition. They're obviously not going to say it by name because, it's their announcement. This is our vision for the future. And they just go all in, like, big vision. Here's all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. But instead, it kind of feels like we have all this stuff going on. And we have this, and we have that, plus this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I think this is, to me, the thing with the most potential, but it's also the part that is, it's just going to be a side mode for fun. And they're just going to see what sticks. Yeah. Stadium feels like the recycling PV work they did so it doesn't go to waste. Well, yeah, but that's also perks, right? But it is, okay. So the way I just look at it is, yeah, they are, like, you could say recycling PV work. And so that way, people are sad because it reminds them of the stuff they lost PV, blah, blah, blah. That's true. But this I look at as more of just recycled PV content, because this, like, yeah, there is probably a lot of, item bonuses and all this other stuff, but they take it and they actually give it its own mode and all this other stuff. Like, I think that, like, I can see a vision for this mode, and I think that's more cool. Adding just a couple basic perks into the base game, that's like, it's okay. It's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's like super game changing, but it'll be cool for a little bit until people find out, the meta ones. But they just have a lot. So, the stuff seems neat, but they're sort of overcompensating. I wish they put more focus on the core experience. Of course, they're going to recycle work if the work was good. That's objectively good for players. The other option is to not release any of it. See, I think that's what I'm trying to get at is, essentially, I'm okay with something like this because I think this is genuinely interesting. Whereas a 2-perk system is kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I don't think it's like super, super exciting. This I find exciting. This I think is interesting. But that also might just be a me thing, right? Like, there could be other people who really like just 2 perks and they're interested in that and they don't care about this at all because this just looks like Paladins to them. It's just kind of up to the individual, I think. But I'm kind of surprised they flew out like 30 people and sponsored 30 people of Blizzard for this. I suppose they're all going to be playing the new character and the new next two season characters and stuff like that. They're all playing now. Let's go see what they're up to.